Previously on Jujutsu Kaisen, we had Takaba's backstory, which was one of the most wholesome things in a long time in the manga. I genuinely enjoyed it. We got his reason as to why he's so ambitious as to becoming a good comedian and why he wants to make people laugh. Those words that we got in chapter 239 of him saying, I just want people to laugh no matter what, if the jokes are bad or not, that he went back on. He's going to fully make sure Kenjaku is the one to laugh in this battle, and he's going to come out not the strongest, but the funniest. If you like videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and check out the other videos I got on the channel. I got a second channel as well, but on this channel we close to 1K, so let's get it out the way. I don't even know where to begin with this shit because the entire chapter of this fight was off the wall and honestly funny. TAKABA'S curse technique comedian is at its peak right now, and we are witnessing the ridiculousness that it is. We know TAKABA'S confidence and imagination is the basis of this technique, and in turn he messes with the mind of his opponent, oddly enough, and forces them to respond to it. Its damage is similar to soul resonance, so it's equivalent to something like Nobara's straw dog techniques, where not only can Takaba damage a body, but apparently he can also target the soul as well. At least that's what I'm assuming Kenjaku is implying. So everything Takaba brought to life in this chapter has that, we'll just call it, comedian boost to it. For example, Kenjaku summoned a literal special grade curse named Rebellion Spirit, the pinnacle of Akuro, and Takaba brings the ultimate killer in anime. With the highest body count, you don't want to see this thing if you're standing across it. It's brought many nightmares to main characters around the globe, especially in isekais. Goddamn Truck-kun. Truck-kun so powerful, it one-shotted a special grade curse. Mind you, these curses most of the time is RCT. Just obliterated it. That's the second time Kenjaku pulled out a special grade and instantly got bopped. Kenjaku gets ran over by a delivery truck driver Takaba and is pulled over by a fucking police officer, Kenjaku. So this dude tells him to take his breathalyzer test, and if he breathes and the goldfish dies, he fails. Yet the fish already looks dead anyways. And then the fish is going to the ER. Like half of the shit going on, I don't know if these are feats or just these two having the time of their lives, or just, I don't even know. And with the Pokemon reference, with at least these translations, Kenjaku chooses a defibrillator and shocks Takaba while he's saying he's blasting off again. Oh, and they killed the fish. So Dr. Takaba is all depressed over the fish, but Nurse Kenjutsu does not care. It was a weak fish anyways. Takaba can't believe that Kenjutsu isn't showing the slightest bit of empathy towards death. So they will settle this with the greatest rock, paper, scissors of all time. I don't know why this was giving me like Yakuza vibes from the games, but it seems like something that would be in there. They sing the damn rock, paper, scissors song and shoot. But Takaba wins because scissors cut paper and Kenjaku took some damage, a little with a nosebleed. So then we play Your Life is in Jeopardy. And we ain't doing none of that cliche, say the stupid answer on purpose stuff. We ain't doing that. Which Kenjaku says, of course, I'm not a fan of fools acting like fools, that is. This part gave off sitcom vibes with how typical it kind of came off. And this is with any type of sitcom, really. And speaking of which, Takaba low-key would be perfect to use in movies or music videos. Like the cinematic shots and the set that he would be creating would actually be kind of crazy. But Kenjaku's dumbass gets the answer wrong, and the second question comes around and he answers, but I'm gonna just guess he got it wrong because it was some science stuff that, let's be honest, none of us know the answer to. There was a reference to Yoshiharu Sugi's eyes when Kenjaku mocks Takaba's eyesight. Let me just Google this real quick. Pretty cool, I guess. Better than anything I could do. I could barely draw a perfect circle. They played the next section of the game, which is just running towards the correct answer. Which the answer is writing a recommendation letter, just to let you know that now. Takaba gets distracted because of a cat in the road, so he runs to try and save it. Yet a taxi is driving and closing in on him. Takaba is cosplaying his best Yusuke, except this time it wasn't a Honda Civic. But then the damn cat turns into Kenjaku. Loki is gigging, kind of like inserting himself in this a little bit. I know the cat is his avatar, but maybe that's kind of the inspiration. I don't know. And then Kenjaku gets up and just spin kicks him into the taxi. Now this nigga Takaba is the cat drowning now, and Kenjaku's trying to save him, but Takaba already recovered and hits him with the jet ski. Now they're just having the time of their lives, just splashing water around, laughing. and Kenjaku is enjoying himself. He even says, how many years has it been since my heart was a little flutter like this? He's happy he started to come the game. Until he remembered that he's, an actual antagonist, the villain, and tries to drown Takaba. Now the thing with this is, you could draw it up to, or maybe he didn't actually think that. In my opinion, I think he does. I mean, the fact that he's a genius and he's seen everything when it comes to curse techniques, curse energy, all of that stuff. Him being able to experience an anomaly like this, something that's a completely different entity than he's ever experienced, being able to have this and fight is probably exciting for him, because now he has new knowledge to put in his brain. Except the water that he's trying to drown him in isn't actually water. It's damn Fanta. And apparently if this keeps on going, Kenjaku will lose. This style of him coming to victory, and let alone winning and having a victory, is him and his opponent laughing their ass off. And Takaba in this is achieving his goal, his dream of making people laugh and being a successful comedian. And being able to turn what was once a moment filled with despair and evil into an out of this world funny and lighthearted experience. Takaba's winning against the smartest sorcerer in history. Everything that's taking place so far in this chapter is like a simulation, but Kenjaku's actually taking some damage. So in order to put an end to this madness, Kenjaku proposes a final act to their battle. Stand-up comedy. The first time we saw Takaba, he was bombing his stand-up. Now, in his biggest battle yet, he has to do stand-up comedy and succeed, but this time he's gonna have a partner doing it. Kenjaku and Takaba having suits on, getting ready to do a duo stand-up routine will be something to behold next chapter, as this also looks like a callback to the color page of Geto and Gojo in suits with the "that's all folks" dialogue in the back. I'm really intrigued to see how this fight is going to conclude, as doing a stand-up, we've seen Takaba with the different things he's been able to just create and kind of bring to reality. With a stand-up, how immersed is he going to make the crowd with Kenjaku? I can imagine him kind of doing some things and bringing things kind of to life and kind of adding it to the stand-up routine, kind of like a set. That's the best thing I can think of. Honestly, the way that this fight has been, it's been almost impossible to like predict what is going to take place during the fight, but that's what I think is going to be the conclusion. I think Kenjaku in a way is going to satisfy Takaba in the sense that he's going to make him come off as funny to not only the crowd but to himself, and he's going to genuinely believe that he's a very funny dude. But at the same time, he's gonna find a way to break the technique down to where he can do some damage to Takaba and kind of finish him off. I'm not really sure at this point if Takaba dies or if he kind of just gets beaten up and pushed to the side, because I don't really see where, if Takaba dies, he does serve his purpose, he helps Kenjaku down, but at the same time, he could still be kind of useful in the final battle. Now, as for what I predict is going to happen, I think next chapter, Yuta and probably Maki too is going to jump in and save Takaba from being finished off by Kenjaku, setting up that final battle for Kenjaku and Yuta, kind of getting that rematch from Volume 0 and what Yuta has been pretty much foreshadowed to do since he came back into the story. Plus, Maki fits along with Yuta with Kenjaku because she is kind of the antithesis of what Kenjaku doesn't like anyways. So I feel like the possibilities of how they come is going to be really cool. I don't know who came up with the idea, but there was an idea of someone saying that what if Yuta is found laughing in the crowd and that's how he introduces himself and brings himself into the fight. I think that would be cool. I feel like that has a ton of potential to go for, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Kenjaku, in a sense, being the one to bring Takaba's potential out has been a great thing to see. I kind of want to see more though. Like, I'm telling you, dark humor Takaba, it's still out there. But with that, I'll holla at y'all in the next one. Check out the other videos. I got this cooler video up and the Naruto JJK thing I did as well with the Chunin exams. Subscribe. Peace.